Doctor Who Rogue, the 6th episode of Series 14, or Season 1, is written by Kate Herron and Bryony Redman, and starring Ncuti Gatwa and Millie Gibson. This episode is co-written by first-time writers for the show. The story is set in 1813, during the Regency era, at the location Bath, Somerset. It has been compared to Bridgerton and Pride and Prejudice. Russell T Davies said that he and Bridgerton's executive producer, Shonda Rhimes, are fan of each other. He further explained that there was an episode of Grey's Anatomy, a television series created by Rhimes, where Doctor Who fans fight over his autograph in an emergency room. Russell also said that he views the Bridgerton-themed episode as replaying the compliment one of the executive producers, Phil Collinson, hired Jack Murphy as the episode's choreographer, plus Kate Herron directed and produced Loki the first season. So this episode begins at the mansion in Bath, England. Lord Gaplan was angry with Lord Barton because of dishonouring his sister, so then Galpin grabs Barton and electrocutes him, then transforms into a copy of Barton and left his body behind, which is a great opening. Paul Foreman plays Lord Barton, which I think he's great. So everyone danced at the party. Indira Varma plays Duchess of Pemberton, who was an aristocrat during the Regency era and married to Duke of Pemberton. I thought she did a great job. Indira previously played Susie Costello in Torchwood. So the Duchess congratulates the Doctor and Ruby, then she takes Ruby to meet the outsiders instead of dancing with the Doctor. So the grumpy old woman, who turns out to be Shapeshifter, was ranting at Duchess, then killed her. There was an unexpected scene where Ruby sees a portrait of Susan Twist, and the reason why I said unexpected, because I thought the actress would have turned up in person at some point in this episode, given the fact that she's appearing in every episode of Series 14. Ruby later meets Lady Emily Beckett, who's one of their Chulada. I think Camilla did a great job. Emily seemingly got Ruby, which we'll get to later. Jonathan Groff plays a time and space travelling bounty hunter who takes the name Rogue, based on the character class from Dungeons & Dragons, and I think he's fantastic. Groff admitted that he's never watched Doctor Who before, and was sent 5 episodes by Russell T Davies, including the very first story, An Unearthly Child, before the filming started. When I realised that when Jonathan Groff joining Doctor Who was announced, a lot of fans thought he was replacing John Barrowman as Captain Jack Harkness. Thankfully, that is not the case. He's obviously playing a different character, although there are similarities with those two characters, but there's also quite a few differences as well. But I can confirm that they're both different characters. As of time of recording, unfortunately, it seems unlikely that they'll bring back John Barrowman as Captain Jack because of what's been said about him. Rogue takes the Doctor to his ship because he believes the Doctor is a shapeshifter and trapped him on a red glowing triangle which works as a transport gate. It was pretty funny when the Doctor was messing around with Rogue's technology with his sonic screwdriver and asking him if he named himself after Dungeons & Dragons, and there's a bizarre scene where he played Can't Get You Out of My Head by Kylie Minogue.
Give me that device. Now.
Given the fact that she played a one-off companion, Astrid Peth, in Voyage of the Damned.
Astrid, sir. Astrid Peth.
Nice to meet you, Astrid. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, sir.
Just Doctor, not Sir.
In that defense, Astrid Peth came from a different planet, which is Stowe, not Earth. So alternatively, if Astrid travelled with the Doctor and taking her to Earth, some people would be surprised with her resemblance to a singer, Kylie Minogue. You know, just like with Romana and the princess in The Androids of Tara, the one who's played by Mary Tam. And same with Nessa and Anne Talbot in Black Orchid. Who knows? It's possible. And surprisingly, the Doctor didn't say, reminds me of Astrid. And even more bizarre was when the Doctor shows off the hologram of his past incarnations. Richard E. Grant's face showed up. Could be the Schalke Doctor. Richard previously played a parody version of the Doctor in The Curse of Fatal Death, the one that Rowan Atkinson changed into, in the 1999 Red Nose special. Then he later voiced the Doctor in the 2003 animated serial Scream of the Shalka, which at the time he was considered as the Ninth Doctor.
I'm the Doctor. Hello. hello. And that's the Master, who I see isn't holding on to anything.
But then when Doctor Who came back on screen in 2005, Christopher Eccleston is confirmed to be the Ninth Doctor, whereas the Richard E. Grant Doctor is considered as alternate Ninth Doctor, also known as the Shalka Doctor. So maybe his Doctor could be somewhere in an alternate dimension. And of course Richard E. Grant played Dr. Simeon and the Great Intelligence in the main series during Matt Smith's run.
For me, peace at last. For you, pain everlasting. Won't you invite us in?
Ncuti and Millie are brilliant as the Doctor and Ruby. Pam Down, the costume designer, worked on a Regency-era film and aimed to dress the cast in a wider variety of colours than would be typical of the period. She took a mixed inspiration from her own paintings, Bridgerton, and more modern outfits. In the episode, Gatwa wears white trousers with a velvet jacket, taking inspiration from the Third Doctor, John Pertwee. Later, as the Chuladors attack the mansion, the Doctor interrupts the mock wedding and uses the sealing device on them. Ruby reveals that she managed to escape from Emily. She has a damaged nose after being whacked. And there's a powerful scene where Ruby is stuck on the seal and Rogue came in, and there's a romantic moment between him and the Doctor. And it was emotional that Rogue sacrificed himself, saving Ruby, and sent himself and Chulador to an alternate dimension, which is an interesting idea that they went for.
Find me.
Chulador are avian humanoids. They have the shapeshifting ability, which I thought they're pretty cool. Apparently Chulador were originally scripted to appear more alien, the idea of the avian appearance being that Russell T Davies. Neil Gorton, creature and prosthetic designer, said that there was something about bird faces which sits well in the Whoniverse. Ashley Campbell plays the butler, which is cool. The Doctor recalls one time that he promised Carla that he'll keep Ruby safe, which is a lovely scene. In the end, the Doctor sends Rogue's ship into an orbit around the moon, and he believes that it's not possible to find Rogue due to the infinite number of alternate dimensions, and he puts Rogue's ring on. There's some great stuff in there. This episode dedicated to William Russell, who played Ian Chesterton, one of the original Doctor Who cast, who sadly passed away 5 days before this episode came out at the age of 99. Rest in peace. What did you think of Rogue? Let me know in the comments down below. Can't wait to talk about the finale. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.